What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here. Welcome back to a video on the channel today. As you can see above me, Swansea City transfer update. If you're excited for this video, because I know I am, because there's a lot to talk about regarding the Swans. We're going from the incomings, the outgoings, contracts signed, there's been a few, the links in and the links out. That's all in today's video. If you're excited, do drop a like and subscribe down below, and let's get into this video, starting off with the incomings. Now, we're only at the 13th of January the time I'm recording this, and Swans have already been busy. We've signed Andy Fisher, a new goalkeeper from MK Dons, 400k the price, and it was rumoured to be a lot higher than that, but thankfully it's only 400k. He signed on a 4.5-year contract, which I think is brilliant. So long term with Russell Martin, this is looking really good. The second signing for the Swans, which is announced today, Cyrus Christie on loan. Now I think this is really smart. Of course we lost Ethan Laird because Man United recalled him. However, Christie comes in. It was reported that it fell through yesterday after we were looking to get him on a permanent, but I think it's really smart because Christie's contract expires in the summer. Swans are avoiding paying a fee right now, meaning in the summer we can get him for free. And Sam now on loan as well, so it's a win-win for the Swans, and Fulham losing out on some money. They are all of the incomings so far at the time recording. There could be more today, but not what I've heard of. I'll go through the links in a minute, but first of all, the outgoings. So Swansea City haven't sold anyone as of yet, but we have let 3 players go out on loan. 2 of them, Morgan Whittaker and Liam Cullen, have both joined Lincoln on short-term loans, which is really good for their progress, because at Swansea they, under Russell Martin, they haven't really had too much time to get on the pitch, but both look really good. Of course, Whittaker scored our first hat-trick in like 10 years last year against Plymouth, where we won 3 or 4-1, and Cullen is just superb. I think Whittaker is a little bit better, but that strike force is deadly for League One and the same team. Lincoln have got some brilliant players there. The third player we've let go out on loan is Stephen Bender to Peterborough, for a hope for them to stay up in the Championship. This one is a short loan as well, of course till the end of the season. Stephen Bender doesn't really fit our style under Russell Martin. Now we've got Hamer and Fisher, so 2 goalkeepers is enough. Bender is not needed really, so why not get some experience in the Championship. So they are all the outgoings. Now we move on to the contract signed, and the biggest one has to be Jamie Patterson, who is signed, well, sort of signed. Swansea triggered a 1-year extension in his contract, which sees him stay till this time next season at least. Well, he will be a free agent next summer at the end of his contract. But yeah, I think this is really brilliant news, because he's been so good for the Swans so far this season, scoring against Cardiff, scoring so many goals, assisting hero. Yeah, it's looking really good attacking wise for Swansea and for Jamie Patterson. The other 2, I'm a little bit disappointed with the length of the contract. Lincoln McFadden has signed a 2-year contract. Now, with the option to make it a 3rd in the contract, you can trigger that after 2 years. A little bit disappointed it's not longer, to be honest, because he does look really good upcoming. Not watched too much of him. And the second person, youngster, who has signed a contract for the Swans is Dan Williams. Now, we have seen him quite a few times in the cup games. He was on the bench against Southampton. This one's only 1 year, with the option to extend another 12 months after. Now I'm really disappointed it's only 1 year. I think we could have got maybe 4-year deals, both of them maybe. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but thankfully they've both signed new contracts. That's the main thing. Now let's go through some transfer links for the Swans. So, links to coming in, we've got quite a few from MK Dons. The first one being O'Reilly. Now, he scored in the derby, I'm pretty sure it is. He scored against Wimbledon. to get their win over Wimbledon. He scored for MK Dons to get their win over Wimbledon. Scott Twine also linked with the Swans, but I do not think we will be able to afford him unless we do a player swap plus cash or cash in on one of our big stars, which I don't really think is worth it because we're winning a good, we're building a really good team right now. The third player from MK Dons, which I'm going to talk about, is Harry Darling, and I really want this one to happen. We need a new centre back. Bennett's just not up to pace at the moment, and Rhys Williams, I'm not filled with confidence when I see him on starting team sheet. But Harry Darling, he's really fast, he fits the system, good ball playing centre back, and he's young. Ticks all the boxes, it's a no-brainer. Russell Martin, get him in. And finally, I think this one is a really possible one. We've been linked with him for quite a while now, and last week he said he wants to join Swansea. It's the man from City, James McCarthy. I think that's how you say it. Spoke to a few City fans, and they said that in an article they read a few weeks ago that James McCarthy said he does want to join Swansea, and more interestingly, Pep Guardiola a few weeks ago said that he's willing to let City youngsters go out on loan to Swansea in the future. So for the future of Swans transfers, it's looking promising because we sort of play the same style, you know, keep ball, a lot of possession, and trying to play nice attacking football. We're also linked to a Man City left back, James Esbund, but I haven't seen it on too many sources, but I thought I will throw it in, but it's not a definite link because I've only seen it on two sources, so not a solid one, wouldn't rely on that happening, but I have mentioned his name. And finally, the links out, we have got a few. Starting off with Jay Fulton to Aberdeen. As much as I like Fulton, I think now probably is the right time to cash in on him. Can't see him signing a new contract when this one ends, of course, because under Russell Martin he's just not playing. And although last season he was used a lot, we've just got so many midfielders now. I'm a big fan of Jay Fulton, but some people say he doesn't fit the system. But it is quite frustrating. But Aberdeen are reportedly interested. He's linked to Forest as well, although that has seemed to quieten down a little bit, and I haven't heard anything about that in a while. So it looks like Aberdeen now are going to line up a bid. I have no idea how much. Reported anywhere from 1 mil to 3 mil, which 1 mil is an absolute steal for Fulton. Anywhere above 2 towards 3 I think is definitely fair for Jay Fulton. Jimmy Patterson has been linked to West Brom. I cannot see this one happening now that he has Swans have triggered his contract clause in his contract, but West Brom apparently are interested, and it would take some money to tempt him away from Swansea, I reckon, because he seems like he's really enjoying himself at the Swansea.com stadium. Next player that has been linked away and he is out of contract in the summer, Jake Bidwell. He's linked to Preston North End as of recently, as of yesterday actually, I've seen that one, and Birmingham apparently have stepped up the interest from. So it does seem that unless Bidwell signs a contract this month, it looks like in the summer he will be heading out the door, and it is frustrating because he is one of the better players in the team and in the back line. Although we do have Ryan Manning if we do lose Bidwell to slot into the left hand side, but then we'd need to get another backup left wing back. Maybe James Esbund is the man from City, but I hope Bidwell doesn't go. He's one of my favourite players for the Swans, and of course he scored against Cardiff, so absolute legend. Hope he doesn't go. Hopefully he signs the team. Two more links out to talk about. The first one is Jurgen Klopp is considering recalling Rhys Williams to send him back out on loan to get a bit more game time. Reported that Liverpool are unhappy with how little game time Rhys Williams is getting. However, Russell Martin says that he really wants to keep Rhys Williams. Now, at the start he was okay, and it's only gone downhill in my opinion for Rhys Williams. I don't think he's championship quality. Maybe a team like Peterborough or even League One, to be honest, or just not our system. I don't know if he's just not working in our system, but he doesn't really seem like he's putting in that much effort, which is a little bit disappointing, to be honest. But that's just my personal opinion, and I don't know if he'll get recalled. In a way I hope he does, because it's the best for his career, because he's not playing that much, and he doesn't really fit the style that well, and he doesn't put too much effort in. But in another way I hope he does stay, because he's okay at winning headers if we're up against tall and physical opponents. If they're going to cross it in the box a lot, then Rhys Williams can just, he's a big aerial threat from corners as well, and deal with the ones at the back. So in a way I hope we keep Rhys Williams, but on the whole, best for his career is to let him go back to Liverpool and loan him out once again. And the final link out of the club is a big one: Joel Piroe to Leicester. Now, I've seen this one on a few sources. Don't think it's actually going to happen, but I thought I'd put it in the video anyway. I hope this doesn't happen, because if Piroe goes, then the goals are not going to come like they were starting to come before. We look at where we had the Cardiff game in October. That month we were just clicking so well as a team, and it did drop off a little bit, but if we can get to that level again and then step it up, that's what I think Swans need to do in the coming weeks, and we're making good progress. I think all of the signings and outgoings so far have been positive. We've not sold anyone, and I think we will sell someone in Fulton. I think it will happen, but I hope we get a decent amount of money. Anywhere from 2 million to 3 I think will be reasonable for the centre midfielder, and hopefully we see a few more incomings. For me, I hope we get James McCarthy on loan, the centre midfielder Cam, and I hope we get Harry Darling in. Of course, O'Reilly and Scott Twine will be amazing, but I think it's McCarthy or Riley in one of those ways. I think we won't get both of them. It would be nice, but I don't think we will. And guys, that wraps up for today's video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like and subscribe. Without further ado, I'll see you in the next one very soon. Until then, take care. Goodbye.